Hey guys, Pastor Chris here. Welcome to today's a car side chat. I want to get to you, I had a moment. I am at work. I got my work clothes on. And, so it's a car side chat, not a poolside chat, although it is kind of cold and rainy, overcast. I love your questions. I got some super hard questions. This is, kind of a hard question with the fires. And before the fires, we had all the major hurricanes. And before the hurricanes, we had floods. Or after the hurricanes, we had floods. And we have had earthquakes and all these wars. And it's like, Pastor Chris, doesn't this mean that the end is coming? Best answer, we're one day closer than we were yesterday. And there's two verses that I wanted to share with you that I think we kind of look to, forget. One is in Romans 8:22. It says, the earth groans as in birth pains. Earth is waiting to be redeemed. When we're redeemed, when the tribulation is over, it talks about the new heaven, Bible, talks about the new heaven, the new earth. Earth is groaning, and it is groaning. And then in Matthew 24, this is where Jesus answers his disciples, hey, when's the sign? When's the age going to come? And he says, be wary of people who come saying they know, who say, I am the Christ, or I am the Messiah, or I have the answer. And we have definitely seen that. Jim Jones, Robert Koresh, the UFO guy up in Oregon, the parking stone guy in California. There are a lot of them out there. And he says, be aware. But he also says, you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. These things must happen, but the end is not yet. You will see earthquakes and famines, but the end is coming. So, what's my answer? Do I think the end is near? I really think the best answer I can give is we're one day closer than we were yesterday. But what do I do with this? Am I anxious? Am I nervous? No. What I do, and what I would encourage you to do, is look at these verses where they ask Jesus, hey, is the end coming? And he says, no, these things must happen. And the earth is groaning like a woman in labor. It's in birth pangs. And I see that, and I see that Jesus said that, and with the wars and the earthquakes and the famines and the volcanoes and all the stuff, he said that would happen too. But the end is not yet. And I think it's, what I want to say, it gives me assurance that God's in control, because he knew this, over 2,000 years ago, and shared it with us. And it's true. And the other thing that's true is that with that knowledge, I know that God is in control. And what I'm going to do, and what I encourage you to do, is to lean on him, cling to him, rest in him, and then serve him and keep doing what you're doing. Why I'm at the hospital today. We keep serving God and doing what he asks us to do. And it sounds simple, but I really, really honestly believe it is just that simple. So it's not a discussion to avoid. Keep the questions coming. They're great questions. But don't get caught up in all this, and don't be anxious over it. These things must happen, and God is in control. Hope that answers your question. Pastor Chris Ireland. Remember, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, at FL Compass Church. And now on Instagram, at FL Compass Church. All right, guys, be blessed. Remember, tomorrow's Sunday, so go to church. And we'll see you next week.